Hey everybody, welcome to Paul Mash TV, bringing you the very best indie country from all over the world. And now, ladies and gentlemen, he is Paul.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Paul Mash TV. I'm Paul Mash, of course, and we're glad that you could join us for another interview today. And we're still getting popular all the time, so if you would like to take part of it, if you're a musician or band, or if you're a fan, you can email us at any time. Just check out the closing credits at the end of the show as usual, and we'd love to hear from you. Right now we're talking with Luke McKinney from Westlake, Louisiana, and he just recently joined Echoda Records, and I think you're really going to like what he has to say in the music video that comes on after it. So we're going to do that for you right now. So without further ado, let's welcome Luke McKinney right here on Paul Mash TV. Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Paul Mash TV's interview, and joining us here from Westlake, Louisiana, we have Luke McKinney. Thanks for joining us, Luke.
It's good to be here. How y'all doing out there?
Well, we're doing pretty good. We're glad that you could join us today. I guess the first question I like to ask everybody is, because everyone has their own story, but why don't you tell us a little bit about your story about why you decided to become a musician? I'm sure it's a pretty interesting story, so let's hear it from you.
Well, I got into music. I started off in music pretty much my whole life, just singing at church and stuff. And here recently, a little over a year ago, I got into the actual music industry, doing country music. It started off with a song that I wrote, first country song ever, called Eyes So Blue. And talking about a little blonde-headed girl that I was with at the time, and some of the adventures and stuff that we went on, you know, out in the woods, mud riding, you know, old dirt roads, swimming in the pond, just, you know, living the good life out in the country. And it's the first country song I ever wrote, and I showed it to a few people just to see what they thought about it, you know, and all my friends, they gave me some good feedback on it. And one day I was living over in Costa Rica, which is a country down in Central America. I was living there for about a month and a half, helping a friend of mine run his lodge. And while I was there, I met this guy that he was playing the guitar, and he was playing some songs that I'd never heard. And I said, wow, you know, that's really good. What is that? And he said, this is some songs that I wrote. And I said, well, let me show you some stuff that I wrote. So I showed him that song and a couple other ones, and he loved it. He said, man, we got to put music to this right now. And I said, you think it's that good, huh? He said, oh yeah, I love it. So he put the music to it, and he said, let's post it on Facebook and see what happens, you know, see if people like it. I said, okay, I'll do that. We posted on Facebook, and it went viral to all 50 states. People was giving us great feedback on it. They loved the song. And from there, that's when people started contacting me to work with me. Big name producers, songwriters from Nashville. And I just feel really fortunate for that. Then from there, one of the influential people in my life that I write with now, his name's James Breedwell. He's from Nashville. He won Songwriter of the Year 2017 at the Josie Music Awards. He had hit me up and he said, man, I love this song, Eyes So Blue. I'd love to co-write on it, because at the time the structure wasn't everything that it needed to be. So he co-wrote on the song. We got it completely finished up, and that's when Dean Miller, who he produces Willie Nelson, Merle Haggard when he was alive, Dolly Parton, Chris Stapleton, Trace Atkins, all those guys, you know, legends in my mind. He hit me up. He said, man, I love this Eyes So Blue song. I'd love to produce it. And I said, yeah, that'd be awesome. So I went up to Nashville, and me and James went in the studio with Dean, and we went and knocked that song out. And that's kind of where it all started. You know, back to your main question, how I kind of got into the music industry, and it's just been going and going from there.
Okay, well that's good. I'm glad things are going for you as far as that goes. Um, you mentioned Willie Nelson, and I do believe you said Merle Haggard were
Yeah.
people. Do you have any other influences in your life besides them?
As far as country music, I'd say Jason Aldean. He's probably my
Hmm.
all-time favorite country singer. I love his music. Love it.
Okay, well that's good. As far as that song goes, have you attempted to have any albums come out with that song or any other song you've had, or are you planning on coming out with anything? Maybe you'd like to tell everybody about that.
Yeah. Actually, I got that song out. I got another single out right now called "I Still Got My Beer," and all you beer lovers, y'all will appreciate that song, I'm sure. And that's it's a little story behind it. It's actually based on a true story. A good buddy of mine, he he got cheated on by his wife, which is not the good part. That's really bad for him. But he was telling me everything that happened in the story. I was over at his house, and he's telling me how bad it is. He woke up one day, his wife was gone, the kids were gone. She took his dog, she took his truck. I mean, typical country song here.
Hmm.
I'm just thinking like, this is crazy. She drained his bank account, took everything, and he's sitting there sipping on a beer as he's telling me this. And I'm like, man, you want me to grab you another beer? He said, yeah, yeah. So I walked over to his refrigerator, and he had gone to the store that day, and every single shelf was just nothing but cases of beer. I started laughing, and I said, well, at least you still got your beer. And that's when we both started laughing. We looked at each other and was like, you know what, that could be a country song. So we sat down and basically put his true life story into some good old country music. And so I got that one out on iTunes right now. And then as I told you earlier, I spent several hours yesterday. I'm not very good with technology, but I kind of figured out how to get this album uploaded. I usually got a guy that's doing that for me, but I figure, if I'm going to be in the music industry, if I'm going to be releasing singles and albums, for the rest of my life, I need to get this on my own. So I worked on it, and it was rough, but I pushed through it, and it's all uploaded. It should be released this coming Thursday, and it's a rodeo album. It's got 8 songs on it. I co-wrote the album with my good buddy from Nashville, James Breedwell, and it is produced by one of the best, Peter Keys from the Leonard Skinner Band.
Oh,
They did an awesome production on it. You are gonna love it. It just rocks really hard. It's got it's that country sound with that good southern rock feel. So y'all check that out. That's, like I said, next week, Thursday. It's gonna be released.
okay. Well, I'm sure we'll all be looking forward to that. Um, we're getting ready to play a video from you in a second. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that video we're going to watch?
Yeah, that's the song I mentioned earlier, "Eyes So Blue," and everything in that song is all real life stories. I mean, I'm not one of these people that's sitting down in the city somewhere, writing songs about someone's life. Most of the songs I write, I try to incorporate things that have happened in my life, or things I'm currently going through, or experiences that I plan on having in the future, or friends, as I said before. But this song is it's real. It's from my heart. It's the first country song I ever wrote. So you are gonna get to hear it live, up front, and personal right now.
Okay. Well, we'll get to that in just a second, but I just want to let you know that's about all the time for the interview section of our show anyway, and we just want to thank you, Luke, for showing up on the show, and maybe when you come out with something, newer and better, down the road, we'd love to have you back sometime, and maybe you could plug some things for us.
That would be great, and I really appreciate you having me on your show. I want to give a big shout out to Coda Records, everybody involved that pulled these interviews through for me. They're really, really good people, and they're doing some great things for me. And thank you, all of y'all. Thank all the listeners. I hope y'all like my music. If you don't, just throw it away. Just throw it in the trash, whatever you want to do with it. But I hope that I gave y'all something that y'all can kind of jam out to and have a good time and relate to.
Okay, well, we're going to watch that video right now, so here's Luke McKinney right here on Paul Mash TV. Don't go away.
Y'all have a good one.
this bar. I never thought I would be going out with you, girl, drinking your last beer. Sitting all alone, I pulled up a chair. You looked up at me, and I lost my breath just staring at you, baby. You flashed that long, slow smile so bright. That's when I saw your eyes. Eyes so blue, a smile so true. Girl, you got me feeling so right. I'd like to get closer to you, take you on a long dirt road ride. And we don't have to go home, girl, as long as you're holding me tight. Me and you under the moon, girl, let's keep it rocking till tonight. Kiss the sunlight, whoa, oh, yeah. Now that we have gone this far, and you made my world spin and twirl, let's take another trip. Slow it down, just you and me, girl. When you look up at me, I lose my breath just staring at you, baby. You flash those long, slow smiles so bright. Again when I see your eyes, eyes so blue, a smile so true. Girl, you got me feeling so right. I'd like to get closer to you, take you on a long dirt road ride. And we don't have to go home, girl, as long as you're holding me tight. Me and you under the moon, girl, let's keep it rocking till tonight. Kiss the sunlight, whoa, oh, yeah, with those eyes so blue, whoa, oh, yeah. Well, it's 3 a.m. and we're not tired. We can go fling some mud off these tires. Let's get lost, find each other in the dark. Put your pretty little lips on mine. When the sun comes up, we can find our way home. Right now, what we're feeling can't be wrong. I'm hypnotized by those eyes, eyes so blue, a smile so true. Girl, you got me feeling so right. I'd like to get closer to you, take you on a long dirt road ride.